Good morning. Today we are going to be sowing our Euphorbia. So here we've got our seed. Can you see it's got quite a tough seed coat, so we are going to cover this seed because the extra moisture around the seed will help encourage germination to occur. Now, Euphorbia will naturally germinate in the garden at this time of the year. It likes a temperature of around 18 to 24 degrees, and the fluctuating autumn temperatures also seems to help with germination. We're going to be sowing it in the greenhouse just to protect the seeds from getting washed away from the rain. And there's no need, like everything else, there's no need for a propagator lid. The greenhouse is naturally at this time of the year warm and humid enough. Now you can either cover the seed with a sifting of compost at the end, or you can dib a little hole, a little impression in the compost. So one seed per cell, and then just cover it back over to pop it in the darkness and keep it snug. Don't forget your label. I'm going to pop my tray up here on the shelf in the greenhouse. Now, Euphorbia is technically a short-lived perennial, so it might take a bit longer to germinate. The germination can be very erratic. Never throw the compost away, always give it the benefit of the doubt, and if you've missed your sowing window, you can always sow it next spring instead of or as well as. As always, all the information is also covered in your handbook for Euphorbia. As soon as you cut your Euphorbia, can you see it starts bleeding this milky sap? So I find it's best to cut the stems to the length that you want them to be straight away, because every time you recut the stems you could start the bleeding again, and then give them their own water to condition in so that the stems callus over. And then once that happens, once they're conditioned overnight, then they are absolutely fine, just like daffodils. They'd be absolutely fine to arrange with other flowers. So here I've got my stems. I've cut them to the size of the vase that I wanted. I've taken off the lower leaves, and if you look closely, can you see the milky sap bleeding into the water? So we'll leave the flowers to condition for as long as it takes for them to completely callus over, and then they'll be safe to put into your arrangements and mix with other flowers. Mind you, they look stunning just as they are, don't they? Next, I'm adding the Euphorbia, which is nicely calloused over, and I'm making sure that their stems are all at slightly different heights, so it looks really natural. You might like to see how I'm getting on. So that's the sweet rocket, the snapdragons, got to remember them all now, Zoe, the nigella, and now the Euphorbia, all under our belt. If you've missed any of the videos, you can catch up anytime on my website. And next time we're going to be sowing cornflowers. So I'll see you then.